One of the most popular topics in astrology is relationships and compatibility. Understandably so, because relationships kind of make the world go round. Nobody can really function in this world completely on their own. I mean, I guess you could, it's debatable, but to me, my opinion, life is better when you can connect to someone. Even if you think about going to the store, you can't go to the store and purchase something if someone didn't create the goods for you to purchase. Nonetheless, I'm getting off track. Compatibility in astrology. First, let's think about what compatibility means. Compatibility is a way of measuring how much ease and flow or friction you have between you and someone else. Now, a lot of people focus on future partners or people they're with to see what that compatibility looks like, and compatibility also flows over into your friendships, your relationships with your family members, and your co-workers. When it comes to compatibility in astrology, we can look at a chart, and if you understand the dynamics and the energetics of each sign in astrology, then you can easily figure out what type of compatibility you have with people with different parts of yourself. So if you have a lot of harmonious flowing energy with someone, you're gonna feel more compatible. That means that you think and or do things in similar ways, the same way, or in ways that complement each other. The flip side is when you're not as compatible with someone, you're going to have dynamics that bring up a lot of tension and challenge. You get to decide if that's a good thing or a bad thing, if that's something that you can handle or not. Those challenges are opportunities for growth and learning. Now, there are some situations where you may not have compatibility and you can't really just be like, I'm done with you. Children are an example. You may have children, and when you look and you see their moon sign is Leo, it's a fire sign, and your whole chart is water. Well, fire and water are not natural fits for each other in astrology. You can't just throw the whole kid away. So it's an opportunity to learn about your child's needs and see how, as a parent, you can step outside of your comfort zone at times to accommodate that child. Now, when it comes to romantic partnerships and friendships, again, you get to decide if that's something that you want to do. Another example is if someone has Aries energy and you have Libra energy, fire and air. Those signs, those types of energies complement each other. They can work well with each other. However, Aries is an initiating sign, Libra is an initiating sign, which means both parties are going to want to take the lead. One of them is going to do it in a more harmonious, what's good for the both of us way, and the other person is going to do that in a way that says, well, this is what I want. Let me just take the lead. Let me show you. Let's take the risk. Let's get it done. So when those two energies come together, it becomes a balancing act. How do we make this work together? How do we incorporate some of this need to be diplomatic and make this a win-win for everybody with this need to just charge for it and do what's going to work? That is another way to understand what compatibility comes down to in astrology. Just briefly, like pulling back the lid on that topic. Another thing to think about is you're not just your sun sign. You have a moon sign, a Mercury. Mercury is how you communicate. Moon is how you feel. You have your Mars. It's how you move. It's how you do things. You have your Venus. It's how you connect. It's how you feel love. It's how you seek pleasure. So you can be in a relationship with someone and your sun sign and moon sign speak the same languages or they complement each other, but your Venuses have like opposite energy or energies that just don't complement each other well. So what does that mean? Somebody's not gonna feel good in the relationship. The people may not feel like their needs, their whatever makes them feel good and pleasurable, like that's not being met. But they may feel seen in other ways. Again, you get to decide what you can tolerate and what you can't. Astrology is a great tool for learning how to work through conflict in your relationships, because you can look at those dynamics and understand, oh, okay, you're going about this differently, and it's not because you have an issue with me or not because you don't care. You just think differently. You feel differently. Your needs are completely different from mine. For example, a person with a fire moon might need to blow off steam to get their feelings out. They may talk loud, they may be very passionate but come off very angry, but they are exerting that passion and that fire. Or as someone who has an air moon, when they have big feelings, they may just need to talk about it. They may need to write it down. So stonewalling them and saying, I don't want to talk about that, they're not going to feel like their needs are being met. And then on the flip side, if someone has that fiery moon and their emotions are really big and you're like, too much, I'm not dealing with you today, they may not feel like their needs are being met either. So get to understand your chart first, your moon sign, your Venus, and all those things. And then you'll better understand what you require. And then you can determine what's going to work for you in relationships. And then the more you know, you can learn more about all of the signs and different approaches, and it'll help you understand the people in your life. And remember, relationships and compatibility extend beyond romantic relationships. And if there's only one thing you take away today, I would like for that to be that just because someone is not compatible with you does not make them a bad person. It does not make them wrong. It just means they're different. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please, please, please subscribe and share it with a friend. I love astrology so much. It's been so helpful in my life. And I really want other people to know some of the things I know so that they can use it to better themselves, to better their relationships, or to create the transformations in their life that they desire. So thanks, and I'll see you next time.